Variables and expressions. Okay, we got a lot of vocabulary coming on our way. First of all, an algebraic expression consists of numbers, variables, and mathematical operations. It's different from a numeric expression because numeric expressions only consist of numbers and mathematical operations. So, remember, algebraic expression always has a variable. Now, what is a variable? A variable is a symbol used to represent an unknown number or value. Like the D in 0.10D. You don't know what D represents, but it can represent anything. Okay, 2x plus 4. The x can represent any number. Okay, z and the z over 6, or in an algebraic expression you can have more than one variable in it. A term of an expression may be a number, like 2, a variable, like x, or it can be the product or quotient of a number and a variable, such as 2x. So in the example below, 2x plus 4, you have two terms. One is a product of a number and a variable, the 2x, and one is just a number. A constant is a term that does not have a variable. So whenever you look at this, expression below, one of the terms, there are two terms here, the 2x and the 4. One of the terms is a constant, the 4, because it does not have a variable with it. This one, the 2, has a variable with it. So the 4 is a constant. In a multiplication expression, the quantities being multiplied are factors. I'm sure you remember that. The factors are the parts of the multiplication problem that lead up to the product. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So you've got factor times factor equals product. Okay, so the factors of this one are 3, x, y, and z. This one is x and y. This one has 2 factors. This one has 2 factors. 2 factors. This one has 4 factors. Okay, a power is made up of a base, and in this case the base is 5, and an exponent, and in this case it's a 3. The exponent is always the smaller number in size, okay? Not necessarily in value, but in size. So the whole thing is called a power. This is the base, and this is the exponent. And 5 to the third power is also read as 5 cubed. 5 to the second power is read as 5 squared. Those are the special ones that have, those are the ones that have special names for them. After that it's just 5 to the fourth power, 5 to the fifth power, that kind of thing. X to the n is read as x to the nth power. Okay, in 5 to the third, the exponent 3 tells you to multiply the base 5 by itself 3 times. So that means we're going to have 5 times 5 times 5. If it had had a 4 up here, then we'd have had one more 5 down here. When no exponent is shown, it is understood to be 1. So whenever you see A, you can just assume that there's a 1 there. It's understood that there's a 1 there. Just like if you have X, just like if you have X, what is the number in front of the X? It's assumed that there is a 1 in front of it because there's one X. That's 2x, 3x, and that's 1x. You assume that there's a 1 there. This is a squared. This is a to the third. This is a to the, you assume that it's a to the first. Some important vocabulary for translating into algebra. For addition, words like more than, increased by, sum, plus, or added to. For subtraction, less than, difference, decreased by, minus, and let me add one up here, fewer than. fewer than. And the thing is with like if we say 9 less than n. Remember, with 9 less than and 9 fewer than, well, that didn't write well. What you're going to do is reverse the order. It becomes 9 less than n, or 9 fewer than n. Okay? And then for multiplication, product of, multiplied by, times of, and division, quotient of, and divided by. Alright, let's write an algebraic well, I misspelled that, didn't I? Let's write an algebraic expression for each verbal expression. 6 more than a number. So let's write it just like it says. Let me get a different color. 6 more than a number. Okay? What I tell you about when it says less than or fewer than, you got to reverse the order. So this will be 10 less than a number. 2/3 of the volume. 2/3 of means multiply. Volume would be V. Okay? Write an algebraic expression for the verbal expression below. 8 more than, so we write 8 more than the quotient of a number and 7. Do you understand that one? You could have also written 8 more than the quotient of a number and 7. 4 less than the product of a number and 9. Remember, less than means that you are going to reverse the order. So instead of putting the 4 first, the 4 is going to go last, and the minus sign. The product of a number and 9. That means multiplication, so we write 9x.